Alright guys, so I know I was saying that we were going to be doing leather gaiters for this week, but I realized after laying out, cutting out all the templates for it and putting it on, I'm short a very, very small section of leather, and I'm like, seriously? I should have gone to Tandy Leather where they guarantee you the square footage you need. Instead I went to Amazon because I could get it faster and it was slightly cheaper, but that's my bad. So I've ordered another piece off of Amazon again, but a smaller piece just to cover that. So instead, we are going to be upgrading or redoing and upgrading the leather harness that goes over my shoulder. So this is the old one. It turned out a lot better than I thought. It had some issues. Mainly, it didn't conform to my body the way I wanted it to. It always had a tendency around the bottom part of my waist to curl up, which is not what I wanted. Also, this just looks cheap, so we're gonna change that. So I've got two different pieces of leather here. This main one is for the belt or the main strap itself, and then this one, depending on the length, I believe this is a doesn't tell me the length. I just know that it's about the same. Oh, it's not the same length as this, or the same width as this. Oh, it's fine. It's gonna be slightly smaller, anyways. It's going to be a strap going along here. That's what we're going to be using for this. And it's going to turn out really well. I'm planning on doing two of them. One more the top and one of the bottom. And in the middle, obviously, we're going to have the buckle. I've learned a couple more things about leather since then. And one of them is that you can use a heat pen on them to put designs. And that is what I'm going to do. So, let's get to it, shall we? And measure it all out. So, but first up, we're going to start with this stuff, and for that, we're going to be using a pencil and some titanium scissors that I bought for the leather gaiters that are going to work for this, and potentially a box cutter. So, let's get started. Alright, so after cutting one out, I took my hole punch and made some holes because we are going to either be connecting this to the main strap with either Chicago screws or we're going to be using snaps. I'm not sure yet, but we'll find out. I think we'll be using Chicago screws though. Alright, so now to make another one and then start on the belt. Alright, so we are starting on the belt. First off, we did the first buckle, and we made 3 holes with the hole punch, and you might be wondering why this is so short. Because this is going to be going up, like down here. I can't get a good angle. There's no good angle that I could do this at. But, imagine this towards the bottom part of my chest, and then the other one will wrap around and meet towards the back, and then it will be punched here so that it will always lay flat against the side of you. So that is my main goal. You'll see it more once you'll understand it more once you see it in full, but we're making progress, so let's keep going. Alright, check it out. It's just way better than what it used to. Obviously, I need to replace all the bolts with snaps, or not snaps, but rapid rivets. This hook is not the hook I'm going to be using. but looks way better, conforms to me better. I have different options here. Could do some designs on here, around here, even the back. It is time for burnishing time. The look I'm actually going to use there is this one. And I'll explain why this one, because it's pretty cool. But yeah, time for burnishing, which is the process I hate the most out of this, probably. Alright, so we have burnished the edges, and then we did some burnishing gum on the side. Looks a lot... oh, that's really bright. Looks a lot better. Still not perfect. I'm still not a professional at burnishing. We also covered the backs of them so it's smoother and doesn't peel off as much. Now, what I did was I took this tool from a leather toolkit. You could also do it with a ruler and probably like a knife or anything. And you're going to score the edges. Oh, jeez, that is so bright. You're going to score the edges. Focus. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. Gonna score the edges to make it look like that, where you can use your wood burner or even just some like black paint or whatever you want to do. And then you could also go like this. I'll show you. I just wanted to do a quick look, but you could do some designs with a wood burner on the inside of it. So I'm going to finish off doing the rest of that. And it's going to look good. Alright, now time for the dyeing process. We are going to be using this dark brown a leather dye. I'm not going to put it on evenly because I'm using it to slightly make it look older and uneven. These lines I'm just going to go in with like a black marker or something. But I have one strip left to do, so let's get started on that. Luckily they come with a wooden dauber, or a dauber, not a wooden dauber. What am I talking about? Alright, if you want to, you can also take a paper towel and rub off if it's not completely dry yet. And get off all the excess. And then you're going to do the same thing that I just did to the edges, and I'm going to get that done. And then it is time for the final assembly process. Alright, and it is done, and it sits perfectly. I'm really happy with the way it sits on my chest and the flatness of it. I did add a little leather cord here just to keep this strap down, and it works really well. It looks fantastic. Oops, sorry, covering up the camera. Looks fantastic, absolutely amazing. I'm extremely happy with it. I really am. So, I think I'm going to add one more part to this video. I recently bought some pants to replace the pants that I was using on the cosplay. I think I'm also going to add this because of I couldn't do the leather gaiters. I just really want to make it up to you guys. So, stay tuned for that. Now let's start on that. Alright, so all I really did is that this is an Amazon Essentials basic olive green khaki pants. And I noticed that on one of the images, at least for one of the basically the official toys of the game, and also the game itself, the pants weren't originally black. They were gray. They were green, like a hunter green. This is the closest to green as I could get. And then I sprayed it with a mixture of black Krylon spray paint, dark gray metallic Krylon spray paint, and then I punctured a hole, or I basically took off the top of one of these and put it in a spray bottle. And then for half of it, I left it as is, and then the other half I diluted it down to make it like a different black. And I think it turned out really well. I didn't spray in any organized fashion. I just sprayed randomly, heavier in some spots. And so this is what it looks like. It looks like it's just been spattered in muck everywhere. I might even spray this with dried blood or fake blood. I don't know. But for right now, this is done. I'll give a brief image of what it looks like on, and as well as the belt, or not the belt, but the flipping shoulder strap. For some reason I couldn't remember. And then yeah, and then next week hopefully is the leather gaiters, although in case it's not, I do have other plans as well. So yeah, let's get a full check it out in full with it on. So let's get to that.